In this week's episode of Life in Lenny, we're racing against the clock to get our camper van Lenny ready for our road trip to Switzerland, and we have only got 1 week to do it. From essential van health checks to exterior upgrades and a serious off-grid power install that almost doesn't happen.
We've got a problem. Another day in the life of Alex and Joe.
It really is full steam ahead. With just days to go before our biggest adventure abroad, there really is no time to waste. So let's get stuck in.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another video. We are back again, and unfortunately we aren't going away again this week as Joe has got quite a busy week with work, and to be honest, we've got quite a lot of stuff to sort out before our road trip to Switzerland in just under 2 weeks now. So we thought we'd bring you along again. Probably won't be as long as our usual videos, but hopefully should give you a little bit of an insight into some of the stuff that we're doing. One of the main things we want to do is get our leisure battery, our new leisure battery fitted. We also have a bit of a health check on the van, and we've got a few of the little bits and pieces that we want to get done. The first job is, if you watched last week's video, you will see we've been gifted a new 230 amp hour leisure battery from Fogstar. You will see in the video that I mentioned, we'd noticed there was a little scuff on the battery, and it was missing a few screws. I emailed Fogstar, they phoned me straight away. They originally offered to send somebody out to replace the battery, which was really, really kind of them, but they're not actually a million miles from us. So I thought, I've got a bit of time today. I'm going to make my way up to the Fogstar HQ in the UK now, and get this battery swapped over. And we thought we'd be able to give you guys a little bit of a look around as well. So let's hit the road. I honestly cannot remember the last time I drove on the M6 and I wasn't going at 10 miles an hour, bumper to bumper. The worst motorway in the UK. So we've just arrived at Fogstar HQ. It's just over the back there. I couldn't get a parking space right outside, but I'm going to get the battery out now. We'll get that inside, get it switched over, and we'll give you guys a little bit of a look at some of the other kit that they've got available and on offer.
As I arrived at Fogstar HQ in Redditch, it quickly became apparent that these guys really are something special. Fogstar are seriously leading the way when it comes to high performance lithium leisure batteries, and they've got a growing reputation for top quality products without the massive price tag. Whether you're looking to upgrade your van's power setup, get more out of your solar, or just want peace of mind when you're wild camping, Fogstar's range of Life PO4 batteries are designed to deliver serious performance. What's great is they're not just another battery company. The team here are genuinely passionate about innovation, customer service, and making reliable off-grid energy accessible for everyone, from weekend adventurers like us to full-time van lifers. Fogstar's range of lithium leisure batteries are built for serious off-grid performance, from the compact 100 amp hour Drift Eco, perfect for weekend van lifers, to the heavyweight 280 amp hour and 560 amp hour Drift Pro units. There really is a battery here for every kind of adventure. So if you're thinking about upgrading your setup or starting from scratch, this is the company for you. If you'd like to check out their website, feel free to click the link in the description of this video.
So that's the battery collected. What an amazing company. Honestly, such incredible, friendly people. Just had a proper look at their range, and they've got such an amazing range, you know, batteries and systems for every type of build and every type of van, really. You know, they really do have a solution for everything. They've even given us a free t-shirt, which I'll be wearing proudly on our trip to Switzerland. So yeah, just thank you Fogstar for sorting us out with the battery. We can't wait to get it installed now. That's one of our jobs this week, and yeah, just buzzing to get it in and to get on the road and to give it a good proper test.
1 hour later.
We've got a problem. Another day in the life of Alex and Joe and the van conversion where we don't know how to do anything.
So we have a brand spanking new leisure battery off Fogstar, and we were meant to be getting the battery fitted before we go away by a company we've used before, and they can't fit it.
Our current battery is all right. The van obviously works, but we have a lot of problems with it. I don't think it's the right battery. We've gone through it all, I think, in other videos where we think we've made a bit of a rookie error with some of the electrical systems. So this was going to be the answer to all of our problems.
And we've tried ringing a load of companies, and
Everybody's
obviously
busy.
it's peak season, everyone's having vans done, so the people are saying they can help, but trying to get them to help within the next 10 days
Obviously, ideally, we wanted to use the company that we used for the conversion because they signed off on the electrics. They put everything in. So
I don't know what to do. I've just chat GPT'd how to do it, and
no way.
I'll look like Marv when he gets electrocuted on Home Alone.
Do you know what we need the backing track of this to be? Hello,
Darkness, my old friend.
I've come to talk with
Oh, I'm
you
gutted,
again.
man. I literally thought we were going to get that in this week.
I think we will. I still think we will. So can you... Oh, well, by the time you see this, it'll either be in or it won't.
Put some positivity in the comments. We need it.
Or just tell us that we're idiots and that we should know how to fit a bag on it anyway. Yeah, so
we'll see. So we had a really, really good chat with the guys at Fogstar, and they've given us some really good advice. And I think after having a chat with them, we've made the decision that we aren't going to run our old 180 amp hour battery with the new 230 amp hour battery from Fogstar. Main reason being our old battery is lead acid and this is lithium ion, and we've just been advised against it. You can run it off 2 different systems, but apparently it draws quite a lot on the system, and it's just not been advised. So we will probably just get rid of our old battery and just fit our new battery in, which I think is probably going to be the best thing. We've been advised that it's more than enough to run our inverter. We've got a 3,000 watt inverter, and they said this can run anything up to 4,000 watts. So that's absolutely fine. And the new battery is quite a lot smaller, so it will free up a lot of space in the garage space as well, which again, if you saw last week's vlog, you'll know that is a problem when it comes to van life. So we're back in the van today, still trying to get this thing cleaned. Joe's not going to be happy because I haven't managed to get round to that just yet. We had a few hours yesterday ringing around various companies locally to see if we could get the battery fitted, and we have managed to get somebody in, booked in for this Monday. So I'm not sure whether that will be this video, but you will get to see a glimpse of the battery that's been fitted at some point. At least we've managed to get it in. We really, really wanted to get that in before we went to Switzerland, so fingers crossed we can get that in. Just back in the van now, just doing a few sort of checks on some of the levels. I've just topped up the AdBlue, didn't need much, but I've put some of that in. Needs screen wash, all really basic stuff. I'm about to do that as well. A little bit of coolant. I'm going to check the oil and just do a few checks really over the main things in the van. And we've also had a new power station that's been delivered today, a portable power station, which I'll show you a little bit later in this video. Now, if this isn't a poor design fault on the Peugeot Boxers, I don't know if you can see the angle there, but I've got to somehow get this screen wash in there. It hasn't come with a funnel. I need to figure out what's the best way to do it without spilling it, because that's going to go absolutely everywhere if I just try and pour that in. So we've just finished topping up the AdBlue. I've given that a bit of a wash out so there's no AdBlue in it. Put that in there and I should hopefully just be able to pour the screen wash in there and make sure there's no spillage.
Morning! So it is Thursday the 24th of July today, so it is a week until we will be leaving to go to Switzerland. So we have been mentioning in previous videos about the fact that Barney's coming with us and everything that we need to do to be able to get him to Switzerland with us. And so today we had to take him back to the vets, and it's basically his final check before he gets his travel certificate, because they don't do passports anymore since we left the EU. So we've paid today £212 at our local vet, and all it was for is that the vet, who is that they're the whole team, they're absolutely gorgeous, they're lovely. We went in and they checked his microchip details. They re-went over the fact that I'd got his rabies vaccine done, obviously got it done with them so they knew, so they just went over the rabies vaccine card and got me to sign the document to say that we weren't gonna sell him or like transfer ownership whilst we were there. We were in there honestly about 2 minutes and £212 later. We haven't collected the certificate yet because she's just got to write it all up to say that it's all okay. And then obviously we've got him booked in Switzerland to fall within the time bracket to get his tapeworm medication from the vets as well. So it is quite a lot of stuff you have to do to be able to travel with your dog. But we will say that on TikTok, when we were posting about what we were having to do, someone did let us know that there is a vet local to where you get on the Eurotunnel that does it for well, considerably cheaper than ours. Ours has cost like £300-ish, around ballpark, in total for his vaccines and everything. And they do it quite a lot cheaper, but I don't know how I'd feel about leaving it until we would be there next Thursday. Just take, and if they flagged anything or anything was wrong or something, you'd obviously then be stuck with the fact that there might be a possibility that you couldn't go. So I'd obviously have to speak to them beforehand and make sure it was all kosher. But me personally, I just want to get it sorted so we know that it's all the documents we've got are in the travel folder, that we know that, touch wood, it'll be smooth sailing. But this little man has his little travel certificate. Bunny, are you ready to go to Switzerland? Do you want to go to Switzerland? Do you? Look at the tail. Do you want to go to Switzerland? I'll tell you what he doesn't want to do. He doesn't want to go out to the vets. He hates it. So yeah, that's another one ticked off the list. Woo.
So just a little update on our battery system, and we do have a little bit of good news. Luckily, the company who were originally going to be replacing our battery with our new Fogstar Drift Pro have managed to get us booked in just a couple of days, which is great news. These guys did the second fit on our electrics originally and got all that signed off, so we wanted those guys to do the work just because they are familiar with the system, although we have discovered there is a slight other little change that we're having to make just to make sure that everything runs properly, and I'll show you that now. So this here is our DC to DC charger, and this just means that we can charge our leisure battery off our battery in our van when we're driving. And whilst this will work with the new Fogstar battery, it isn't ideal, as the new Fogstar battery needs a 14.2 volt bulk limit on the DC to DC charger, enabled to get a full charge on your battery, and this only has 14 volts. So whilst it would work, it just means that when we're driving, we'd only get sort of 90-95% charge on our battery, and ideally we want 100%. As a result, we have decided to swap out the DC to DC charger, ready for when we hit the road to Switzerland. So we've just picked up a Victron Orion TR DC to DC charger. This should work absolutely fine. It's what we've been recommended. Cost us about 160 quid, and we picked that up off Amazon. We don't have it yet. It should arrive tomorrow, and then we're getting the van in a couple of days. So we just wanted everything to be bang on when we go to Switzerland, really, because we're planning to do a bit more off-grid, and yeah, we just want the battery to be at its full capacity as much as we can. We're proud to have teamed up with Afairy, who have kindly gifted us their Afairy P210, which is going to take our van life off-grid experience to an entire new level and on our next big road trip in Switzerland. This power station offers 2,400 watts of pure sine wave output, a 4,000 watt surge, and can power anything from your fridge to power tools and even a coffee machine, all at the same time. Its fast charge enables a full charge in under 2 hours and can even go totally off-grid with solar capabilities. This power station comes with a number of different outputs, from a 12 volt 10 amp, a 12 volt 25 amp, 2 3 amps, a number of different USB ports, and it even has 3 3-pin plug sockets on the side here as well. Now this power station is on the chunkier side, weighing in at a total 22 kilos, but for reliable power, this thing is bound to deliver. Whilst we do already have a full off-grid setup in the van, we are always looking for ways to conserve energy on the road, and this thing's going to be great for charging all of our batteries, all of our camera equipment. It'll even mean that Jo can finally use her hairdryer again when we're on the road. If you guys are interested in picking up one of these for yourself, click the link in the description of this video and use the discount code shown on screen now for over 20% off at checkout. Right, so I've just finished work for the day. Jo's still out. I've got a couple of hours to kill, so I'm going to go and get Lenny cleaned. I did clean all of the inside of the cab yesterday, but I'm going to get the outside done. We don't have a jet wash. We've got a really small drive, so it's just easier to get that done. And then I'm going to spend a little bit of time neatening up the wheel trims on our wheels. We did do a video on this on our TikTok some time ago, but it's a nice, cheap, easy, fairly quick way to get your wheels looking nice and fresh if you don't have alloys on your van. Right, so the van has been cleaned, it's looking nice and fresh, and I'm now going to make a start on blacking out the wheels. And for this we're going to use Hammerite Direct to Rust metal paint. Just picked this up from B&Q for 17 quid. And you ideally want yourself a pack of cards, something like that. I couldn't find cards, so I've got an old stack of business cards, but I'll show you how to do it now, and it should make a massive difference in freshening up our tyres, ready for when we hit the road. I started by giving the trims a good clean using a microfiber cloth just to remove any dirt or grease that could affect the final finish. I then moved onto the wheel arches, slotting our business cards between the trim and the tyre. This is a great little hack to avoid getting any paint directly on the rubber.
Playing cards do work best for this, but paper or card strips will do the job too.
Also remember to cover up your air valve with a bit of tape. I've got no masking tape, I've just looked, so I'm going to use sellotape, it should be alright.
Once everything was masked off, I applied the spray paint, making sure to get an even coat all the way around. I repeated this on all 4 wheels, and honestly, it's made such a huge difference, completely refreshing these old, rusty looking trims.
Right, going to leave those to dry now, but already I think that's made a massive difference. Really easy way to sort your tyres out, a little tip we picked up off TikTok about a year ago, so if your tyres are looking a bit rough and rugged, this is a nice way to sort them out. What do you think of them then? You're definitely not allowed to drive now I've done that.
I haven't ever driven this van, so all the curvings that happened on it would look way better.
I do wish that I could blame those scuffs on the tyres originally for Joe's driving, but unfortunately she doesn't drive the camper van, so I've only got myself to blame for this one. So the day's Friday, we are finally getting the van in for its health check. So we're using a local garage, we've used him for many years, absolute legend, he's helped us out so many times, trust him with all of our vehicles. So we're heading down there now. Joe's following me down there because I've got to obviously leave the van with him. She's going to bring me home, but just going to check the levels, check everything over, check our battery, check our tyres, check our brakes, that kind of stuff, just to make sure everything's all good before we hit the road next week.
GT Autos is a small independent garage based in Telford, and they've been absolute lifesavers for us on more than one occasion. Adam, who runs the garage, is genuine, honest, and someone who we completely trust, and we honestly wouldn't go anywhere else. And of course, no visit to GT Autos would be complete without Jo pretending to know what she's on about.
So,
Who's there?
oh, Adley. Let's see, hopefully it'll be alright. It's only a few checks he's going to do, checking over all the levels and stuff, but yeah, he's Adam's class, isn't he?
Oh.
Helped us out many a time, from broken clutches, collapsed drive shafts, even when my
remember the timing chain went on your work van?
yeah, and do you remember when my side loading door fell off in the middle of the road when I was trying to get stuff out of the van? So he's been there for us through thick and thin.
And as you saw, I'm not afraid of getting down and dirty.
I wish you weren't. So we have a thing in this car where we always try and sneak each other's heated seats on in the summer, and then in the winter we try and turn each other's off. And it's fair to say it is 1-0 to Jo today because my arse is on fire.
You didn't notice for ages.
I know, but it's hot. I'm sweating now.
Are you?
It's horrible, isn't it?
It doesn't cool down
Can you
instantly.
turn it off?
Oh, that was poor. Even got it on camera.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, so
Right.
evidence that I am the winner.
Yeah.
Barney's going to Switzerland, baby.
Yeah, so
£212.
yeah, if you're this is just one of the things we needed to get so we could take Barney to sort of Europe with us.
Safe driving.
Right, this is just one of the many things we've had to get ready for Barney to go to Switzerland. But if you want more information, we did do a full breakdown on last week's video on that. So
there's quite a few little bits, isn't there, to consider? Like we hadn't realised.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive than you think as well.
Yeah. But worth it if you want your dog to come on holiday with you.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you want to check that out, go to last week's video, and there's all the information on there. Oh, you did it again. God, you're so sly this one.
2-0.
Sometimes I wonder who I've married.
I ask myself that.
Sly dog.
Every single day.
Sly dog.
How long is it that you can get an annulment for? Have I missed the time frame?
What's an annulment? So that's the health check done. We are another step closer to hitting the road. He has replaced our front brake pads. He said they were looking a little bit low, and I've just seen them in there. They were quite low. I am quite surprised at that, to be honest, because we only had an MOT on it about a month ago. Although the company we have to use on our MOT for this, just because of the size of it, they are a bit crap, to be honest. We haven't had the best experience with them. But all good. He's checked over all the oil, all the tyre pressures, given our battery a check. checked our clutch. So yeah, we're ready to go. I mean, if any of you guys are local to Telford or Wolverhampton or anywhere around that area, and you're looking for a really good, reliable, independent mechanic, check out GT Autos. Adam's looked after us so many times. Absolute legend. You can trust him. And yeah, we definitely recommend him. And all of that came to 140 quid today, which I think for a full health check and two front brake pads is pretty good. So yeah, one step closer. It's finally the time we've been waiting for. It's Monday and we're about to go and get our new leisure battery fitted in the van. Get in. Our new DC to DC charger came over the weekend, so that's going in today as well. Just absolutely buzzing to get this in now. Didn't really do too much over the weekend, really. Managed to get the back of the van cleaned, so I'm finally in Joe's good books. So we just gave that a deep clean. I've refilled all of our fresh water, ready to go. I've emptied out and refilled the toilet, fresh bedding. So yeah, just need to get the battery in, and then we've just got a few finishing touches in terms of getting stuff loaded in and deciding exactly what we do and don't want to take. But yeah, just buzzing to get this battery in now. So let's go and see what Cladded Campers are all about. So for those of you who followed our journey from the start on our other social media channels, on our Instagram and our TikTok, you'll likely have seen a little bit of these guys work over on there. We didn't do all of the build in the back ourselves. We did a lot of the prep work, but then when it came to the building of our kitchen units and all of our overhead storage, a lot of our electrics and that kind of stuff, we didn't trust ourselves. If you haven't picked up already on this channel, we are not very DIY savvy, or I'm not at least anyway. And we just, you know, with the amount of money we'd spent on the build, we didn't want to bodge job it. We wanted it to look fresh. So these guys at Cladded Campers, who did a lot of that for us, they're absolutely brilliant at what they do. We've got quite a good relationship with them now. We've got to know them really well over the last year. So we're looking forward to showing you a little bit more about them. I'm pretty sure they've just finished a pretty big build, which he's been telling me about, so hopefully that van zone, we can maybe give you a little bit of a look at that as well.
Cladded Campers are an independent campervan conversion company based just outside Newport in Shropshire, and they've played a big part in our van life journey. We actually rented a van off these guys years ago, and that trip is what first sparked our love for van life. So when it came to convert our own van, there was honestly no one else we would have trusted. Their builds are absolutely top tier.
So Josh is still battling away, and they haven't got the big build that he was working on last week, but this is something that they've worked on previously, and you can get a bit of an idea of the kind of work they do. Just absolutely brilliant. Absolutely love the style. This would be a perfect little camper, this would. Your storage under there, got your fridge, got your oven. Superb.
On today's visit, Josh tackled our much needed upgrade to our electrical system. First, he ran new wiring from our starter battery to the new DC to DC charger. Our old charger was rated at 20 amps, but the new one is a more powerful 30 amp unit, so upgrading wiring was essential.
You look a different set between the two fitness cables.
It's much different, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, fingers crossed that sorts out the issue.
Next, he ran a thicker 50mm cable to our inverter. This could well have been the culprit behind some of the power issues we'd been previously experiencing, so this was also a priority to sort out. Josh also relocated our smart shunt and our isolator, moving them closer to both the battery and the inverter. This keeps the cable runs as short and efficient as possible, helping to minimise voltage drop. Once all the prep work had been completed, Josh made a start on fitting our new Fogstar 230Ah Drift Pro lithium battery, and after a quick test, everything is running absolutely perfectly. We are finally fully powered up and ready to hit the road.
And just like that, the new battery is in. Get in. I honestly didn't think we were going to get that in at one point this week, so massive thank you to the guys at Cladded Campers for getting us in at such short notice. That's going to make a huge difference when we hit the road in a few days. New battery, new DC to DC charger, new cabling, so that should sort everything out. He's moved our smart shunt and a couple of things around in the back that should improve the efficiency. So yeah, just cannot wait to hit the road now. Not entirely sure if there will be a vlog next week, as we are in Switzerland and we've never really edited a vlog on the road or anything like that, so we'll try. But if not, we'll see you in 2 weeks' time, and the next time that you see us, we will be on our way to Switzerland. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.